So, like I was saying last time, speaking of Gungeon and synergies and stuff, I do actually wish that if you had certain spells together, they would actually change their effects beyond what they already do. Okay, that's pretty good. That's really good. This will be fun to play with. Decent amount of damage too. But so for example, if you had both the Bolt Dragon spell and the Fire Dragon spell, you would actually have them both like go dual element or something like that. It would take a lot to code, yeah, sort of, but they've already got that. Like, to some small degree, I would prefer them to stop adding new spells. And admittedly, I think they might actually just be done developing this game at this point. They've, I think, got everything in the game that they said they were going to have. I don't really remember. It's been a little while since I looked at what the... Ow! Well, I guess I'm just gonna fight these coward style. Inconvenient otherwise. I guess if I get in close, if I hit them at all, they get stunned. There we go. Problem solved. So what do we have? Crit chance. I love Analytical Monocle. Resistance to water-based attacks, damage and movement speed increase while signature is charged, and resistance to lightning-based attacks. Yeah, probably gonna go for the first one. Crit chance is always good, especially because there's certain things that make it just that much better. Okay. So, ow! I guess that's what I get for... Whoops. That's what I get for overconfidence. But that's fine. Yeah. I like Flame Burst, but it just does not feel nearly as, like, oomphy as a lot of the other ones. Hello, what are you? I don't know. Let's find out. Bewitching Glue. Increases all damage dealt. Enemies can no longer be knocked back. I have no idea if that's probably a terrible thing. Okay, they can't be knocked back, but they can be stunned still. I just don't know if it's good. Come on. Don't just miss. Okay, so that isn't so bad. So how old is this game? Not very old. Oh, I see. This is this one. Let's see. I want to say... I mean, I don't know. I guess it really depends on your standards. By indie game standards, it's kind of old. It's like 2 or 3 years at this point. Yeah, I think the problem with Flame Strike is it just does not do enough damage for that kind of thing. Hello. Let's see. Shuffle one of... Yeah, sure. I was not actually using them as much. Hi. Well, that's a dragon. Give me Dragon Blast. Hell yeah, dragon. Perfect. That's pretty good. Blast him and move around. Okay, May 2018 was the release. Okay, you gotta realize my experience with this game is a little bit it's a little spread out because I got to play this game when it was a demo on Kickstarter. Then I got to play the private Kickstarter builds. Ow. Then I got to play the full release, and then they did the expansion. They've done a lot to this game over the years, and I've got to play every single bit of it, so for me, it's not just a 2018 game, it's a lot of different years, and they blend together. I don't know, I've played so many games. It's weird. Like, I've fallen into this pattern, and I rather like it, but I never really expected going into this that I would just be the, like, omni-indie player. I figured I would be, like, slightly... Shit, I had no idea what I was going to be going into YouTube. I was just kind of along for the ride. Let's go to the shop first. So, analytical monocle. We don't really need the potion. We kind of do. I'm kind of hurt, but I'll get better. I could enhance my dash. Yeah, we'll enhance my dash. I'm gonna get plenty of spells. No sense spending it on something that I'm not immediately passionate about. Let's see. What was I gonna say? But yeah, just... I guess going into YouTube, I straight up had no real idea on what I was going to do or how it was even going to pan out. This is going to be a hobby project. So, at this point, I'm what, like, 7 years? Almost 7 years in. God. Just taking random incidental fire, and it's not going so hot for me. Oh, because it moved my B move. That's why I keep pressing B, and I'm like, why is nothing happening? Because I sold my B move for benefits. And admittedly, they're good benefits. There we go. I'm remembering how to play. I can do this, sort of. No lightning twins this time. Bit of a tragedy, because I want to fight them. But yeah, so whenever it comes to, like, discussing games, I'm having this, like, weird thing where just, like, the years are blending together just a little bit. Because there are absolutely, like, eras in gaming. But the indie market doesn't really care about those. And so it's just kind of, like, kind of comes and goes. And, yeah, I don't have... Like, how would I describe it? It's super obvious that, like, Dead Space came out in 2009. There's a quality to it that really is indicative of that specific era in gaming. Oh, weird void mages. Yeah, I'm probably going to stay away from Fire Blast. It just is kind of weak. There we go. Let's see. Do we want to get Enhanced Flame Strike? It's also a Lightning Aspect. Lightning Aspect's pretty good. I'm gonna get Lightning Aspect as something bonus. I don't think I've used that. Or, no, I've definitely used it, but still. Don't remind me how long ago Dead Space came out. I'm sorry. Triple Dash lowers movement speed. Regenerate health, critically low health. Or attacks against enemies at full health deal extra damage, you take extra damage. These are not immediately great. I mean, triple dash is kind of fun. Let's go triple dash. I am now Sluggaman. I think that's actually going to kill me more than it's going to help me. But it's going to be fun, and I'm going to look stylish as hell doing it. Let's see, VR is the new era. Yeah, that's kind of true. But I mean, like, from like a visual and design perspective, it's super obvious what came out in what year and so on and so forth. Ow. I think I might, honestly, I'm just gonna let this guy kill me. These boots are bad. These boots are so bad. Also, I do not like my basic attack. Kill me. I wish to die, thank you. But yeah, so as far as indie games go, apart from like some very notable like ideations and like learning from games, so like there's definitely going to be a post-Slay the Spire era that's super obvious just because. Let's see, do we want to try those water blades? I'll give them a go. I'm not super passionate about these like charged moves as much. Okay. I was liking that. I'm not super big on this. It just takes too long to trigger. I always feel berserk, but that's boring. Magnetic follow-up is always fun. I shouldn't do that either. There's Dragon Dive. Dragon Dive's kind of okay. Let's see. Bouncing Bubble was fun. Ice Spear is actually really satisfying. Let's grab Ice Spear. And actually, let's go Ice Scimitar. This is a little too ice-based, so let's do something. Blazing Lariat? I always like Blazing Lariat. Snare Track? Snare Track. Oh, that's not the one I was... Entangling Vines. This is the one I want. Ice is great. Yeah, except for if you run into the one thing that's resistant to ice. This should be kind of fun. It's a little bit more specific, like close range, but that might not necessarily be a bad thing. Fire Arcana owned increases chance of dealing double damage. Stun duration or Water Arcana. I mean, some of these are pretty good. I just don't like being a one-trick pony. Well, sort of. I like going for a style, but I don't know. Anyway, as far as Void builds go, my main issue with Void builds is I've done them. I've done them to hell and back again. Well... Bye. Okay. That guy just was not on the ball. And that's fine. That works for me. There we go. Yeah, this has got some legs. It's a little bit slower and more methodical than I'd like to go for. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here! Well... I guess he doesn't immediately just bail, but that's fine. And check that. So we definitely need something with a little bit more range to... Oh. Okay. So I need another spell to make this, to take him out. I'm getting him low, but the problem is without a fast-attacking basic Arcana, it's hard to work with. Ice Dagger. Well, shoot. I think I like Ice Dagger better anyway. Yeah, once we get some more Void spells, I'll definitely do a Void run. A Void-ish run. But I still don't like one-trick ponying, even if Void is good. It's just... You know, there's so many cool spells that going pure Void gets dull. Let's see, what was I going to say? I don't know. There's too much, and this game takes just enough focus out of me that it's like, yep, nope, I'm not I'm not going to be able to immediately commentate over everything and remember what I was saying because I get into a fight and I have to focus, and then it's just like train of thought, poof. Let's see. Royal Flush. Are kind of the same element, increases damage, gain gold when defeating enemies without taking damage. Well, if I didn't already have the Hand of Midas, I'd maybe go for the Journal, but I don't think there's really a point to having both. I like the freeze on my Scimitar move. That is really helpful when dealing with a lot of these enemies, because normally normally I hit them with my signature, and then it's just like, alright, and then they hit me back. Now, didn't quite have the range I was going for there, but that's fine. It gives me a good opening to get close. Or is that actually... Oh, that's part of my... That's not my sickle spear thing. That's actually just my regular attack that's got the freeze. That's really good. See, I was running into this issue with the basic flame strike because it would just kind of knock them back a little bit, and then they'd immediately hit me. With this one, it doesn't actually have that issue as much. Because it actually like stun locks enemies. Okay, deal with them. Well, that didn't hit him. Avoid that. Wait, what? You like switch patterns right there, right in the middle. Confusing. I think I still prefer the attacker kind of without the finisher though. It's a weird tempo to have that pause, and I don't like it. But I can respect what it's got. So let's grab Ice Dagger, which is fully upgraded. Do we grab anything else? Aqua Beam is kind of fun. Shockwire, Knockout Boulder. Knockout Boulder's not terrible. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. There's at least a little bit left. Yeah. After portaling, you absolutely should have like a grace period where you can't immediately portal again, just because. And now I'm immediately taking more damage as a result of switching my basic, because I can't freeze things. It'll be okay. Ugh. Let's go for the health. So let's see if this actually does better or worse against the Pinata along the way. Off topic, what are your thoughts on Railjack? For the very short period of time I'm going to be able to talk about this. Oh, that was much faster. There it goes. And we get Ward of Frost. I'm not a big fan of wards, but I'll use it. Okay, so, yeah. Quick thoughts on that, completely irrelevant. For people that don't know, Railjack's the new mode in Warframe. I think it's okay, but it did nothing to change my, like, biggest beef about Warframe, which is, namely, I'm so sick of farming for money in that game, and that's the only thing I have left to do. And so I just have very, very, very low motivation to actually play Warframe right now. And that makes me a bit sad. Okay, so do we want to grab any of these? Destructive Abacus actually isn't terrible. So let's just go with that. And did we already... Yeah, we already got the thing off of him. Problem with Ice Daggers is you move so much that sometimes it's hard to work with. I like that, though, for clearing the distance. It's very good at dealing with, like, getting closer to enemies and then kind of corralling them. And it attacks fast enough that you can pretty much just... Ow. Stunlock most enemies, especially with the ranged attack intrinsically part of it. It's especially good with Fueled Berserk, because you can more or less just, like, chew through anything in front of you in fairly quick times. Takes some getting used to, though. Ah! Okay, this is a pain in the ass. At least the ward's actually pretty good. Because this is just keeping him knocked down. So we're going to hold on to that. I don't usually use wards in my build, but fits really well with this one. Okay. Get out of here. Thank you. Okay. Ow, 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 ow. Spikes hurt. Can't do too much about that. I like the sickles, but I think I'll leave them behind in the future. They're good, but compared to, like, the Volt Dragons, they're hard to aim. They tend to just kind of go wherever. Plus, they really do just, like, go in one specific direction, unless you do something very specific. I don't know. Whoops. Hi. Okay. Just gonna let that go. As quite the damage I was going for. There we go. Works. So what do we want to grab? Blazing Lariat upgrade? Hell yeah. I think the Flame Cleaver ain't terrible. That's okay. Probably go back to the start. Game reminds you of Children of Morta. Ish? Children of Morta is very much like its own beast. I can see the perspective reminding you of it. Okay, we're going to stay away from that guy. Because I actually rather like Blazing Lariat, given the situation. The only one I'd want to switch out is my signature, and I'm pretty sure that's the only one I can't switch out. So I'll be fine. Ow. I tried. It was worth a shot. Get out of here. Okay, right. You cannot actually dodge through enemy attacks. I'm so used to that from the, I'm so used to that from the Void Dash. That might actually be the one Void move that I immediately throw back on. Oh. Yeah, that is just a little unsatisfying for a signature. So, damage of all movement Arcana, reveals the layout now. Randomly enhances an Arcana at the beginning of the stage, increases all air damage. I don't even do air damage, so that's super worthless to me. Do we heal? Yeah, in this situation, good time for healing. Ooh, yeah, that's a very good time for healing. Except for we're going into a fight. Against a boss, yeah? Yeah. So I guess not super necessary. Yeah. It would have healed me 100, but that's fine. Time to fight this guy again. See if I can remember this. Bye, boss. Okay, I'm just gonna leave him with that. Ow. It was worth a shot. Ow. Oh, the fact that those can loop around that hard is bothersome. I deserve every bit of damage that I've taken here. But that's okay. See, I got good at fighting this guy, mainly because he was the only boss in the Kickstarter demo, which was a damn good Kickstarter demo. Ooh, Bolt Rail. Do we want Bolt Rail? I think we might want Bolt Rail. Oh, wait. Well. Oh, well. I guess in retrospect, Bolt Rail was a bit of a mistake here, but that's okay. I have not been to this zone yet. I mean, ultimately, still looks about the same as you would expect. But that's okay. And Shell is taking the last brownie. How could you? No, I'm... Ow, 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 ow. Ow, shit. Shit hurts. This is gonna be rough. Well. Wreck him. Do that. Then down. Oh, I see. I see how this works. Get out of here. Yeah, I think I liked Ice Dagger better. Bolt Rail works better with the attack speed, but shit. I'm gonna die here. Peak Wanderbot has left the building a while ago. Now we're just kind of living on the dregs. Well, we'll see what I can do. I'll probably buy a potion and figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not reaching that. Hi. Let's see. Gust Volley. Gust Volley is okay. I'll pick it up. We need things. That's, if I remember right, it's a good set it and forget it type move. Go from there. Is this the shock dungeon? Yeah, it is. So is there an update that prompted playing this, or is it returning for returning's sake? Bit of both. So it's on the roguelike roulette, and the roguelike roulette landed here. But there was also a big patch that added this zone, actually. Ow. I'm not using my Frost Ward nearly as much as I should be. Frost Ward is pretty good. Let's see. But yeah, so... What the hell? A lot of contact damage, which is a bit of an issue. Because my scimitars do a great job of bringing enemies towards me, and that hurts. Ripes. A lot of stun lock, which I guess should not surprise given the situation. But, ow. Yeah, if we die, I'm probably going to just leave this until tomorrow. I definitely wouldn't mind playing some more of this, just for like a couple more episodes. Let's see. Let's just... Nope. Am I too poor? I am too poor. But I'm just... I don't think I'm quite awake enough for this. Also, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. It's been... Okay. It's been, I think, just kind of a long period of... Jesus, there's so many random sources of damage. And it's a bit of a pain. But that's okay. I wonder if I can actually have two of those running at the same time. Bet I can. Which inherently would be pretty cool. Okay, let's go for this. Dump that down. Nope. Just keep avoiding. Avoid the thief man. Ow. He does not stay long, stunned for long. I guess it's part of the point, but still. Yes, come into my frost aura. There we go. Got him. Okay. Peak Wanderbot is gone. But that's fine. We'll make it work. Let's buy the armor. Anything to safeguard my HP. Yeah, he doesn't even have a potion anymore. Go for this. And then go left. You know what this game actually doesn't have that I kind of wish it had? Is... What game of... Oh, Hades. Hades is a... Ooh, this person is going to hurt me. Doesn't hurt me? Or, no. That doesn't hurt me. It hurts my wallet. But does enhance my robe, but I don't have enough money. Oh, I'm off by like 3. That's insulting, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, let's try this again. This will be rough. Never played too many runs, even when you peaked in this game. I've played a shit ton of this game. What are you talking about? I think across both of my pre-existing series, I've got nearly, Ow, ow, ow. Shit. Oh, it's that thing. I think I've got, like, easily 40, 50 episodes of this alone. Do you wanna... Like, I've played a lot of this. Yeah, I think we're gonna want to add the void dash to this for sure. That'll probably help the most. Let's see, enhance that. Nah, because dodging through enemy attacks and abilities and whatnot, probably the most immediately useful thing I can do. Hello, please stop that. And yeah, definitely stay away from Bolt Rail. Bolt Rail works best when you're doing Field Berserk, and you want to change a bunch. Okay, something from Hades. Knocking enemies into walls. Bash damage and associated perks would actually be really nice. Like, there's nothing quite as satisfying as like a full Poseidon run, just smacking an enemy into a wall and watching them, you know, just melt. There's just something truly satisfying about that in Hades. Okay, let's see. So not this. We want to go Void. And what am I going to do next? I was actually really liking the Yo-Yo. Fiery Yo-Yo is a really good one. Blazing Lariat is good. Let's see. I think it's Tearing Whirlwind. Is it Tearing Whirlwind? Or it was... Yeah, I think it was Tearing Whirlwind that I really, really like. What would I do apart from this? Could add a Void spell. I mean, Phantom Brigade is like the go-to if you want to just have a decent run. Do Volt Pinball, maybe? Yeah, I like Volt Pinball. That's a good one. Oh, that is not the correct one. Not Tearing Whirlwind. It's this one. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, but we should do Prickly Palais. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this as my build. I'd like to do another run, but if it's not immediately obvious, I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit here, and easier for me to just kind of leave it off a little bit early, and then start this tomorrow. Closest thing is knocking enemies to pits, but not every room has that. Yeah, and I really want to, like, just bounce people off walls for extra damage, just because. Because, I don't know, just splat damage in general is so good. It's weird. One of my main complaints about this game is that the level design is kind of meh. Whereas, it's not too far off of Hades, which I've never been bothered by the level design. I think it's because Hades has a lot more room to maneuver. Whereas this game has always felt kind of constrained with its level design. You know, most rooms are maybe cap out at about the size of the room that we're currently standing in. And most of them tend to be about, like, half or even a quarter of the size. And Hades, like, it's 2 to 3 screens per battle arena, and that really does manage, that really does, like, make quite a difference. And yeah, you're correct. Presentation in Hades is also phenomenal. Yeah, it's still good in this game, but it does not have that, like, ambiance